Here we go, and ladies and welcome to the Week 5 edition of Raw. And ladies and this is going to be the first show of Raw after our Over the Limit Raw exclusive pay-per-view. And man, what a night it was, and it took a long time to bring all the parts out and upload them. But hey, we finally did. And so, it was like, it took a while. It's on the time range of 4 hours. But anyway, as we are going to continue, as we are going to continue the X Division title 8-man tournament. That of course we started at the Orlando pay-per-view. We started off. We had two X Division tournament matches, in which one of them was Christian going 1-1 versus Zack Ryder. Now of course, sadly, Zack Ryder won, and so Christian, he's looking like the weakest member of the Brood, and so I am quite frankly very scared to see what Gangrel might do as a consequence to Christian. But ladies and gentlemen, I think I know. The rumors is that Christian is going to be inside a match tonight. We will not know against who, but surely Gangrel, he did set up this matchup as a punishment towards Christian for Christian getting pinned by Tyler Breeze in the Go Home show, the final episode of Raw before the Orlando pay-per-view, and the matchup between Gangrel and Christian representing Brood taking on Breezango. And so the Brood, they won that matchup, and they look like weak number one contenders, as Tyler Breeze, the man who's inside his matchup right now against Cody Rhodes, he pinned Christian. But now of course the Brood, well, Edge and Gangrel, they are your Raw Tag Team Champions, as they won from the Hardy Boys last night. But now, ladies and gentlemen, of course, during the X Division Town Tournament, Christian did lose, and so he's not going to advance further into the tournament. So Gangrel, he's not too happy about that. And so we'll see what Christian's consequence in the matchup is going to be later on tonight. And so, of course, for this night specifically, none of your champions are going to show up. Not your Raw Tag Team Champions, the Brood. Well, except for Christian, but of course, Edge and Gangrel of the Brood, they hold the Raw Tag Team titles. Not your Intercontinental Champion, Apollo Crews, and not your WWE Champion, CM Punk. So, ladies and gentlemen, 2 out of 3 titles were successfully retained last night, as the Hardy Boys, they lost the Raw Tag Team titles to the Brood. But Apollo Crews retained his Intercontinental title against The Miz, and CM Punk retained his WWE Championship against Roman Reigns in the Orlando Limit pay-per-view. So now, Cody Rhodes versus Tyler Breeze. This is surely going to be a great matchup. Of course, my money is on Cody Rhodes, since for Raw, we cheer for heels and only the heels. It's just a storyline for commentary, so for Raw, I specifically act like a heel. So, anyway, as we're going to quickly go through the match card here tonight. So, of course, the third matchup into the X Division title tournament. This is still the quarterfinals. We got Cody Rhodes versus Tyler Breeze. Whoever wins this matchup will face off against the winner of the other X Division title tournament matchup later on tonight between Fandango versus Ricochet. And now, I just want to say, the created Ricochet I did is kind of weird looking. In GWE, it was a better looking Ricochet. For this one, I wanted to do a different kind of Ricochet. And so this Ricochet looks a little bit more weirder compared to the GWE universe I had in Brooklyn Revolution before. So that Ricochet looked way better. This one looks a little bit weird, but just roll with it. And so we also got the Christian matchup. We're not sure of who Christian is going to be facing off against, but that will be most likely more or less the next matchup of the night. And then going into part 2 of this, we got Bobby Lashley. He's going to be taking on a debuting opponent. We don't know who it's going to be, but of course, Bob Lashley's tag team partner, Roman Reigns, he was inside the WWE Championship matchup, in which Roman did lose. And so, we're not going to have a Roman and Bobby Lashley tag team matchup, since Roman is still trying to recover. Roman is not injured, but he did take a nasty bump on his head, in which CM Punk capitalized and did the Anaconda device and made Roman tap out, which made CM Punk retain his title in a very, very nice way to end off the pay-per-view. And so, your main event here tonight, and we're going to be continuing the whole rivalry between AJ Styles and Shinsuke Nakamura taking on Undertaker and Kane. As now we got Shinsuke Nakamura taking on Kane. So In the pay-per-view, we had the Breast Destruction, Undertaker, and Kane. They pinned AJ Styles and Shinsuke Nakamura in the Tag Team War match. And the first elimination in the whole matchup was Kane doing a Tombstone Powerbomb to Nakamura and eliminating Nakamura, and then Taker eliminated Styles. And so, here tonight, we're going to have Shinsuke Nakamura looking for some payback, for some retribution, as he's going to be taking on Kane in a one-on-one contest. Undertaker and AJ Styles, they're not supposed to interfere inside this matchup. If they do, they will be deadly consequences. Former Raw GM Eric Bischoff. And so, that is their whole Raw card. It's not all that super exciting and star-filled, but we do have the X-Division tournaments, 2 of them. Continue it. So we already know that Zack Ryder, based off the Limit pay-per-view X-Division tournament thing, we already know that Zack Ryder is going to be facing off against Manic in the semifinals. So who else is going to be facing off against Turn semifinals? It could be either Cody Rhodes versus Fandango, Cody Rhodes versus Ricochet, or Tyler Breeze versus Fandango, aka Tyler Breeze Fandango. They're both Breezango, or Tyler Breeze taking on Ricochet. And just as far as see right there, nice counter by Cody Rhodes, the American Nightmare, the dashing one, the better superstar than Tyler Breeze. Look at this goofball. Tyler Breeze and Fandango, you just can't take them serious. It's hard to believe that they could most likely be your next number 1 contenders for Raw Tag Titles after they defeated the number 1 contenders at the time, and now currently the Raw Tag Team Champions, The Brood. But of course, they did not pin Edge and Gangrel. They pinned Gangrel and Christian. Well, at least Tyler Breeze pinned Christian, which is why Christian has been set to get a punishment consequence also for losing to Zack Ryder in the tournament at the Olympic pay-per-view as well. So Gangrel, he's not too happy about that one. As here, Tyler Breeze, he has had some momentum. And now, not to the dashing one's face. As here, there, Cody Rhodes, he's a little bit busted open. But now nails the drop kick, and now he returns the favor to Tyler Breeze. Tyler Breeze, he's got drop kick right in the back of the neck, back, and the back of the head. On those 3 target areas, most likely. As here, there, Rhodes with a nice double X handle. So now Cody Rhodes, the dasher one, he's going to try to advance further, and now he's going to try to advance to the semifinals. As we have now already had all your 8 men in the tournament: Manic, Tyson Kidd, Christian, Zack Ryder, Tyler Breeze, Fandango, Cody Rhodes, and Ricochet. Now, of course, we got Zack Ryder taking on Manic in the semifinals. And so, either Manic or Zack Ryder, they're going to be in the finals, along with either Cody Rhodes, Tyler Breeze, Ricochet, or Fandango. So now imagine if our Tyler Breeze or Fandango, if they survive longer than they are. So then that means they'll probably lose their momentum to go into the Raw Tag Title picture, because they are kind of in the Raw Tag Title picture. They did defeat the Brood. So we shall see on how that storyline will develop. Because Breezango, as much as I hate to admit it, because these 2 goofballs don't even deserve to even look at a championship here on Raw. Well, of course, SmackDown and ECW, they won't take, saying like they don't take their brand seriously, they just won't take them seriously. Or will they? I don't know. See there, Cody Rhodes, he's got launched out the ring by Tyler Breeze. Now the strength of Tyler Breeze just got shown here. Surprisingly, as now Rhodes, he's struggling to get back inside the ring. And come on, Rhodes, come on, Cody. Cody Rhodes, of course, represent the Bullet Club. But now, of course, since the Bullet Club, they are split up across the 3 brands. Kenny Omega in ECW, Finn Balor and Namco also in ECW. The Young Bucks over in SmackDown, and over here we got AJ Styles and Cody Rhodes here in Raw. And of course, we're gonna have a mystery Bullet Club fellow Bullet Club member, of course, to debut in Raw in a couple of weeks. So also along with Brock Lesnar debuting soon. Well, not all that soon in the roster. We got a while till he comes. Now Cody Rhodes, he better get back inside his ring. And he does, hopefully. Well, not hopefully. Thank God he just did. Now Tyler Breeze, he's going to try to go back to what he was doing to Cody. Now Cody Rhodes, nice counter into a DDT out of nowhere. It was not the Crossroads. Plants Tyler Breeze head down to the man. That is it. Cody Rhodes probably playing a distracting game by turning around. And later on, Cody Rhodes, he advances further into the tournament. As we now go into Christian's punishment, we will not know against what opponent it's going to be, but now he's quickly getting inside the ring. He's eager, but of course, it's Gangrel's punishment, so I will not be eager. Who is it going to be? Oh my god. Christian, run. Pray. Run. Run while praying. Do what you gotta do, because this man is Goldberg. Now, of course, he's been acting very dominant for the past couple weeks, but he did lose to Batista in the last man stand match in Goldberg's own open challenge or in the Orlando pay-per-view. But that's not the case. Batista was a worthy opponent. Christian's not seared a spear off of the gate. Christian's gonna try to fight back, really? I don't agree with him as Steer there trying to do another spear, but see, Christian, he's not gonna be like the other jobbers that have jobbed to Goldberg in the past. But now see right there, he's trying to fight back. He's ducking under Goldberg's super kicks and everything. Goldberg, he's angry now. Of course, Christian, he stumbled down. I see there, nice super kick from Goldberg, and another spear. And another super kick that he sent Christian halfway across the ring. Ladies and gentlemen, Christian, he's not doing so well. If this was Gangrel's punishment, well, we know it is. Well, then what punishment it was? That's zero there. Gorilla Press Slam. Well, that time it was Power Slam. Now Goldberg for knee drop, laser and Goldberg. He's just gonna try to kill Christian here. Nice power bomb, ladies and gentlemen. Gangrel having no mercy on Christian. Guess this is Christian's punishment, and what a super kick! Oh no. And here we go, the jackhammer. That has to be it. 1, 2, 3. Oh man. Now, of course, Raw is all about the heels, but I will not be saying anything bad about either any dominant monster over here in Raw, whether it's Goldberg or Batista. Well, ladies and gentlemen, what does this mean for Christian and the Brood? Because at this point, Edge, he hasn't even been involved in this whole thing between Gangrel and Christian. He's just letting it happen. Gangrel, of course, the leader of the Brood. And so he's taking out the weak member, the weakest link of the Brood thus far. And at that point, it is Christian. So we don't know what this means for Christian and the Brood, but Gangrel, what a punishment he established. And I bet that your Raw GM, Eric Bischoff, agreed with this. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, next up is going to be part 2 of the Week 5 edition of Raw. And we're kicking things off with Bobby Lashley taking on a mystery debuting opponent. Now, I've not been notified. The only one that's actually been notified is your Raw GM, Eric Bischoff. And, of course, he booked this matchup. Then after that, the 4th matchup. We're going to continue the X Division title tournament with Fandango. He's going to be taking on one-on-one against Ricochet. Now, of course, this is Ricochet's Raw debut. So, a night of debuts. Is it? Surely. And then your main event, we got Shinsuke Nakamura taking on Kane. Anyway, part 2 is next.